Welcome back to the channel. My name is Thomas Fletcher, and I'm the host of both the LCSW Network and the Military Social Work Network. If you're new to both of these channels, please do me a favor by smashing that like button, by subscribing to both of the channels, and by sharing this video with your social work colleagues and friends. So the purpose of both of these channels is to create a community of hope and support, where social workers can come for relevant news, information, and inspiration. Well, welcome back to another episode of Ask a Military Social Worker. So we have a question today from a viewer named Patrick, and Patrick states, "Hi sir, what about if you are in ROTC with a major in psychology? How can you pursue an MSW pathway if you are recently graduating and commissioning? Should I pursue an MSW and take classes while on active duty?" All right, Patrick. Well, thank you for the question. I would say, depending on what your MOS is right now, and I don't know what your MOS is, you may or may not be able to take classes. If you're in a physically demanding MOS, you may not have the energy to because if you are, you stated that you are on active duty now. I don't know how flexible your commanding officer, your supervisors are going to be with you doing an online program while you're on active duty. I mean, a lot of service members do that. It's going to really depend on your time management skills. I would say, though, that you might want to consider applying to the Army's MSW program. You didn't state what branch of the military you're in, so I don't want to make any assumptions, but the Army does have an MSW program that you could apply to at the University of Kentucky. And the cool thing about that program is you will be an active duty service member attending classes on a full-time basis, and that will be your responsibilities while you are in the Army MSW program. Of course, you're going to have to do ACFT. You'll probably have to do individual weapons qualification and other things, PHAs. And other things that all Army service members have to do to stay proficient and competent as service members. But I think that would be the best pathway for you to apply for the Army MSW program. Yeah. Likewise, like I said, again, if you were going to do classes, if you were going to do a non-Army MSW program, then it's really going to depend on the flexibility of your schedule, because as an active duty service member, the service, they have you, and again, depending on how flexible or how rigid your department is, your services, your branch is, you may be able to make it work, or you may not be able to. Again, that's gonna take a certain amount of discernment on your part to be able to read, your commander, your supervisor, your department, where you're currently serving right now. Is it an environment that values higher education, that values its service members pursuing higher education while on active duty? There's some departments that are very very supportive, and there are going to be other departments, other branches that are going to be less supportive. So you're going to have to make that evaluation for yourself. But again, my number one recommendation would be for you to apply for the Army's MSW program. If since you did state that you're looking for an MSW pathway, right? And so yeah, so that's my number one recommendation. If you do decide to pursue online programs, a lot of programs across the country now do have online programs with an emphasis in military social work. So I would look at those. Over the last 5 years that I have supervised MSW interns at the VA, many of them have gone through USC's program, which does have a military social work track. And I'm not being sponsored or compensated by USC or by any entity. So I'm just making that as a statement. I'm not saying they're the best program or the worst program. I'm just using that as an example. But there are many online programs, many online MSW programs, and many online MSW programs that have military social work, military veteran social work tracks. So do your homework, okay? So Patrick, I hope I answered your question. I wish you all the best. Keep in touch. Let us know which pathway you ultimately decide to pursue. And I would invite all others to keep sending in your questions. I love receiving them, and I love answering them. All right, so I'm going to stop right there, but I want to thank you all for watching this video. For all the social workers and other licensed mental health professionals, thank you for the work that you do every day for your clients, for your agencies, and for the profession. Please continue to support each other and yourselves. Bye for now.